What is going on, guys? EZ9 here, and welcome back to Black Desert. Now, I'm going to be discussing what I've changed on my Ranger, why I've changed it, the abilities, the add-ons, the whole works, so you guys can, have what's needed and not have what's not needed, because I found out a couple things, and I want to do one quick video discussing what I've changed and why I've changed it. So let's start off with my gear. Now, my gear, as you can see, it looks pretty similar. I haven't changed a huge amount here. My bed gloves actually went dry, so happy days, happy days. The cancer gloves are finally over. They went through at 60 fucking stacks, or rather 59, but it was that many stacks to try these bed gloves. So, and I wasn't surprised, honestly, because it was, I believe, 40 for duo. So it's been roughly 20 every time it's wanted to go up a level, which is insane. But that's been what it is. Anything past plus 15 has been, again, 20 past, and it's ridiculous, but that's what it's been. So glad those went through. As you can see here, I have attack speed level +2 and grapple resistance. Now this is something I didn't have on in my last video for this stuff, is I didn't have resistance gems. This is my bad. I had the money, I just didn't really know they existed. I don't know why. Call me a noob if you will, but I mean, like, I didn't know this stuff. So, grapple resistance, perfect, fine. It'll get my grapple resistance up to 30. As you can see, there we are at 34 grapple resistance. I have buffs going. Well, if I didn't have the buffs, it'd be 30. Then we have the strength armor of heave. Now, as you can see, I no longer have the weight limit 20 and the 100 HP. I lost 50 HP and just gained the damn freezing resistance. Because freezing resistance, honestly, is very noticeable. I believe where you notice it the most is on a Zerkerl. Like, you can basically walk out of it. I mean, you do get dazed for a few seconds, but you usually can dash out of it like halfway through it, and it's kind of awesome. I think that's what resistances really do. They don't stop the effect, but rather they shorten them, and that's kind of a good thing. So this is at 50%. By the way, the max resistances you can have against players is 60, so to have it at 50% is amazing. So that's what I got there. Then you have ultimate strength helmet of heave, knockdown bound resistance, and freezing resistance 5% here. So this is why it's, again, freezing resistance is going up again. That's why it's at 50%. And the knockdown bound resistance, you don't want to be getting knocked down as often as possible, so I have 40% here, which is really nice. I've noticed a huge difference in my survivability. I noticed that I'm very, very slippery when it comes to PvP now, because I'll get out with, like, I don't know, I'll get knocked down, and I'm usually able to get out, unless a mage or something drops something big on my head, but that usually doesn't happen. Usually I'm able to just kind of dash away, or, Q spam away. Either way, like, it's cool that these resistances work, but at the same time, they're kind of irritating probably to other players when I'm a slippery. Almost like a Ratatosker in Smite, if anyone gets that reference, but anyway. Try Ultimate Xerath Shoes. Movement speed level 2, knockback floating resistance 5. Now, this is a gem that I will probably be switching out very shortly. I like movement speed, guys. I really do like movement speed, but I notice more and more I'm so dependent on stamina, and when I run out, I feel like I'm just, a ranger just jumping around because I don't have stamina to do my abilities, or get away and whatnot, other than, my dash with just mana. But other than, like, it's like Q spam and stuff, like, when I can feel missing mana when I'm using my Q spam, and I just run out of it so quickly that I feel like it's just worth probably just ditching the movement speed again and going for stamina, because I've switched this like 3 times already. So there is a stamina one. I don't know what the resistance is, but there is a stamina option here, so I'm probably going to actually be picking that up shortly. Moving on to the longbow, recovers MP, SP on attack. This is a extraction gem. This is very good. The only reason I changed this out is because it helps get some mana back while you're attacking, and it's definitely worth it. Because it's from your shotgun, it'd be every arrow that hits, you're getting +1 more mana back, which is, honestly, it's not a huge difference, but it's enough to matter to me. And I can't ditch the Karma gem because I want a full attack speed, so that's not ideal. I gotta keep the full attack speed, so that's what I did there. And I just used food. Again, I used Margoria's seafood to get my extra crit. So I can lose the crit here and just go for a extraction gem. I'd say it's pretty worth. Sword can't do anything. Steel dagger, same thing. Attack power 5, HP 150. This is the quest gem. Usually for bosses, I usually run a rosar dagger simply because I don't want to lose this gem. That's another thing I want to mention. PvP wise, if you guys ever feel like you're hurting per se, rosar dagger is definitely something to start stacking on and get upgraded because it's definitely worth using. I actually have I have it actually hotkeyed to one of my things on my keyboard. Not 9 and 0, it's actually something else, but I can swap them when on the fly. However, right now mine's Pry, so it's not even worth using right now. When I get back up to Duo, or possibly Try in the future, I'll probably use it again. I usually just switch it when I know I need it. So, like, if you're facing a stronger guild, fuck your AP entirely and just fucking grab a Rosar Dagger or something, because you really can't do much, because you're missing anyway with your AP. At least I am, because I don't have the accuracy yet, but that's just how it goes. But you can see my AP has gone up drastically since last time, and that is a 190 AP roughly. Reason being, boom, Duo Schultz of Gladiator. Now, I am noticing I'm still missing a little bit, so Necklace of Good Deeds is probably still a good idea. I'm probably going to remake it, honestly. But for right now, I think I'm going to stick with the Schultz, simply because I have my Kazarka, and it's getting up there now. It's starting to work with me a little bit, so it's finally going through. It's working. So hopefully I'll have a Kazarka done in the future here shortly. But you know, I did manage to get this. I do a red coral earring. Way worth. 5 accuracy, 50 stamina. Way worth. 100% worth. So it's definitely worth getting one of these if you can. They are pretty expensive, but I believe everything's gonna be cheaper here shortly. I think actually everyone already opened their lore boxes, so they probably are already around like 6 mil at most per. That's not too bad. Then I have a duo witch earring. Again, I might actually do 2 red corals here. I'm debating on this stuff, and maybe it's instead of the necklace, but this is hard to make, and the necklace is easy to just pick up. So we'll see. Moving on to duo red coral ring. I was already using these before. I really was actually using Pry ones. One went through, and the other didn't, unfortunately, so I lost one of them. So I have one on pre-order for like 10 mil, and instead of, you know, while I'm waiting for that, to get the AP, I just went with a Pry blue coral ring, you know, roughly 2 mil, as you see, it's 1.6 mil. It's dirt cheap, so it was worth just picking up. I lost a little bit of DP here, so it won't be as good. But once I actually get 2 tri-red coral rings here, which is, I'm actually going to be pre-ordering those in the future as well. This will be 191, I believe, and my DP will be 260, which I think is, you know, that's plenty. That is enough for a ranger. We are glass cannons. That's what we are. It's just how it's going to be. I mean, you can do like Kudum or something to help out with the glass cannonness a little bit and make us more, you know, not squishy. But first off, I'm not going for Kudum because, you know, I'm almost 59. I'll go Kudum once I hit 59. That's fine. But Kudum, honestly, I might go Nover. I don't know. I'm still debating. Both of them are very good. Kudum just happens to have, you know, 10% resistance, like, reduction against people, which is really nice. It encounters, you know, these resistances here, which is, it's huge. It's huge. Well, Nover, you know, gains resistances. So they're both good, but I think Kudum might be on the better side, and you get DP, so yeah, it really is your playstyle, I guess. But glass cannon, you will definitely notice a glass cannon versus someone who's using Kudum, for sure. Unless they have, you know, 2 of these gems in the Kudum, then you really won't know. It'll basically be the same as I'm using a steel dagger. It's really hard to tell. But that's pretty much the gear. Let's get into the add-ons now. Alright guys, so here are the add-ons and what I have changed. As you can see, Will of the Wind, attack speed 7%, instantly reduce mana to target. Now this one is actually pretty shit. I'm actually going to swap this. I don't think I can right now because I don't have a memory fragment. Yeah. So if I had a memory fragment, I would swap it, but this was one I was testing just to see how effective it was. Basically, use Will of the Wind and you can take mana away from people. I was testing it on some people. It didn't seem to do a lot. They were saying it didn't do much, so it's really not worth using that one. So probably there, it's probably going to be either back to the pain damage or possibly probably down smash. Honestly, down smash has been doing tons of damage, and I've noticed it. So definitely probably a down smash there. So attack speed 7, down smash, evasive shot 1, critical hit rate 10%, and attack speed plus 7% for 5 seconds. Not bad. I think the evasive shot attack speed definitely is noticeable when you're using that. Blasting Gust, again, 5 at PvP, you're not really going to change that. And 10% down smash to target. I believe before I had fire damage or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was. But down smash, guys, is noticeable. I've noticed that the damage is definitely, it's just noticeable, okay? I don't know what it is, but 10% down smash when you're doing Q spam constantly. For anyone who doesn't know what down smash is, it's down smash damage from, basically you're doing, you know how you do more damage when people are on the ground? So it's the same thing. You're doing more damage as if they're on the ground, and you have a 10% chance of applying that to them. And it's definitely noticeable when that lands. So I'd say that's probably good for that one. Breezy Blade, all defense 10 for 10 seconds. Now this is one that I don't really know if it's worth it. However, I noticed the DP difference, and I am surviving more with this. So I'd say it's probably pretty worth it. It's just 10 more DP every time you use Breezy Blade, and it stacks onto your dash. So that's 20 DP right there. It's not bad. I'd say it's probably worth using. And inflict 70 burn damage, not changing that. That 70 burn damage is massive. Definitely massive. I've noticed that one for a while. Now, Vina. This is the most important one that I found. PvP attack plus 10, still no problem there. Attack speed plus 10% for 5 seconds. This is the change. Before, I had poison damage here. The reason I changed it to 10% attack speed is because Vina alone already gives you 10% attack speed, just from using the ability. Now, if you use the ability and hit someone with this add-on, you now are at 20% attack speed from a single ability. Oh my god, guys. If you use this and then use your primary combo, or you use the what is that called? I believe it's Elven Rage is the one where it knocks back. It's a long casting time. But if you use this ability into Elven Rage, that casting time for that thing goes down drastically. And it's definitely noticeable. So I'll actually demonstrate that real quick here, because it's definitely noticeable. So now I ain't gonna be able to get the full effect unless I can get an enemy of some kind. So let me just see how fast that is. And you have attack speed 10%, attack speed 10% for 5 and 10 seconds. So for 5 seconds you have 20% attack speed, and that's when you should be casting that ability, because that ability I have not used a lot. I'll be honest, I really wasn't using it, and I need to be using it more. I've seen the effects on it and how it knocks people down and blows them away, so they basically take longer to get up. And you can usually put down a lot of shotguns, your primary damage. Or once you get regeneration, you can just pop it right on top of them, and they're pretty much finished. Like, that's how good regeneration is gonna be. It's basically gonna be equivalent to a couple of shotguns, and it's a good ability, guys. I need it. That's why I'm pushing 59. But yeah, that is the add-ons I changed. Hopefully this helps anyone that was kind of doubting my last build, or maybe wasn't finding the dot damage really that impressive. I mean, I wasn't really entirely either. This is just what my guild told me to put on. And I found the 20% attack speed buff and was like, fuck the dot damage, you get the attack speed. So, yeah. If you like this video, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe for more Black Desert. Let me know what you guys want to see. Recommend some games to me. And as always, I will see you guys next time. Peace.